I guess there's such thing as January thaw, which is why it was like 45 degrees out last week. So I haven't gotten outside in a few days, and it's getting to me. And it's really cold, but it's alright. And all these times walking through these woods, when I first moved to the house, so now the first time I went back in the woods, there was this toilet. And I'll show you because I haven't found it. And I just found it. And I was like, where am I? No freaking way. Check it out. Oh my God. I was just thinking about one of these. What are they? Tree stands? Can you see that? I don't know what to do right now. I am so... I'm gonna climb it. Wow, there's no bears up there. Oh my God. I was just thinking the other day that how amazing would it be since last week I followed an animal. I don't know why I'm nervous about this. I know the last people who lived at the house that I live in now, they had a tree stand. And imagine the sunsets. Like, wow. This is amazing. I just hope that it belongs to this property, because I did just see a house that I didn't know was there, like on the left side or whatever, but that's fine. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? This is awesome. Oh my God. Okay. Can't say I'm afraid of heights, but I can't say I'm fond of them either. And this is a weird place to put a tree stand because there's so many better views around. But hey, I'm not complaining. This is pretty great. Yeah. And I have seen a video before of a bear, like, climbing down one of these, and where I live is definitely there's definitely bears around here for sure. Well, I was on my way to show you a toilet, but this is better. I'm sitting in a tree. I wanted to, I guess, kind of talk about an experience I had last night that was, it had me very emotional because it's an increase of empathy that's really, it's difficult to deal with a lot of the time. It's just strange. I found you can think I'm whacked, but this is how crazy it is. So, well, I guess It started 2 days ago. I was hearing this buzzing in my room, and I was looking around, and I was at my desk doing something, and I couldn't figure out what it was, but a few hours went by, and I looked down, and there was this giant insect on my leg, which is strange because I don't see giant insects unless it's like the middle of the summer, and I just kind of like frozen. So I did a little bit of research on what the heck it was and why it was inside. And it was a sawfly, which I guess they live for like over a year. Not the flies themselves, they're the whole life cycle. So there's a few different kinds, but they're like green caterpillars, I guess. My brother had seen one outside too recently, and they overwinter on pine needles, and I don't know, they hatch in the summer or the spring. They hatch in the spring, and they can be tricked with warmer temperature thinking it's spring. And they can hatch. So I'm thinking I must have brought one in by accident from a pine needle or something, and it hatched. But it still had like that like stuff on it, from a cocoon, like it looks like shedding skin. And I put the fly in the container and tried to give it some, like, I guess they eat nectar and pollen, and like, well, for the life of me, I could not find on Google if an adult sawfly can survive outside in the winter. But from that information, I can assume no, there's no flowers. So I gave it some spinach, and luckily my friend had gotten me flowers for my birthday they were dead. But I still had them around from like last month, so I made some hummingbird nectar, like 4 parts water, 1 part sugar, melted it, mixed it, dropped it on the flower, and one of the dead flowers, and it took a while, but he started eating it, and I was like, oh, okay, good. And I just felt like that's not good enough. But when I went to bed last night, I found I started journaling last night. I used to journal all through high school, and I don't know why I stopped, but I need to go easy on myself when I think about this too much, because it makes me like really upset. But I journaled last night about this. I found myself like really upset, crying, because I was like, this insect went through a year of its life cycle in an egg, and then to go through that transformation in a cocoon, only to hatch and be in the adult cycle, which they only survive 7 to 8 days once they become an adult after they hatch, and only to never taste a fresh flower because they hatched in the wrong season. And he can't fly either. I think I was like, the cat must have got to him or something. But I went to the store today and I bought flowers. And I put him on the flowers and was walking around, and he's training his wings and doing better, training himself to fly. So I was like, maybe he's just like very freshly hatched or whatever. So that really bothered me last night. So I'm like, I gotta get flowers. And also I have a field mouse that my old job, somebody after I'd left, and my friend at the time still worked there, there was this mouse in either a car or the parking lot or something. And my friend, having tried to save a mouse before there, this kid that found it with like no other babies or no other mice, no mom or anything in sight, gave my friend the mouse. And I was visiting, and he had like the container from the last mouse he tried to save. He got a bunch of stuff for it, and still had that, and he held it all day and walked home with it and everything. And this mouse didn't have its eyes open yet. It was only a couple days old. And when I got in, he was like, "This is Ralph." I'm like, what? Oh my God. And so it's like, okay, wow, we can't just give it like solid food. So we went to the pet store and got cat formula and a little bottle and everything, and we ended up bottle feeding him for a week or two, and no, probably like a week, and then like some integrated solid food, and then like put formula on the solid food until it was like mushy. And he started eating very early on, actually, and then I ended up with him, but there was 2 weeks that I wasn't home, and before that he had started to get, I was bringing him outside, I was putting him on flowers outside to like just feel the sunshine and smell the flowers and everything, and enjoy being a mouse as much as he could outdoors, because now he can't. And he was really sweet. He used to cuddle up and like walk through my hair and like fall asleep in my hair, and like so. And he would, I'd get a blueberry out of the fridge, he'd just sit in my hand and eat a blueberry or whatever, and you could just hold him, and he was very mild mannered and very calm and everything. And then he started getting bigger, and I still had like, that was just after I had upgraded to a cardboard box, and he had escaped overnight, and I spent an entire day making like, obviously, traps that wouldn't kill him, like with peanut butter, and I made ladders and like spots all over the house, like seed and like stuff like that, and I could not find him. And after all that was done, I found him cuddled in my bed. It was like, oh my God, thank God. And he's just been an amazing little mouse. I love this mouse so much. He's so loving. But there was 2 weeks that and then he'd gotten really hyper as he got older, and he was like vibrating in my hand, and I couldn't hold him anymore, and so I'd have to hold him in the cage. And he had a wheel in the bigger cage that I got for him after that, and he didn't ever use it or know what to do with it. I put him in it, and just before I went away for 2 weeks, and he started using it, and he was running and running and running. I'm like, oh my God, yay! So we can get some of that energy out. And it got to the point that, after I got back, I couldn't hold him as much anymore. He'd try to run up my arm so fast and jump out, or just be afraid of my hand in general. And last night, he's moved to an even bigger tank now, that my bearded dragon was in, and then my mom and I made my bearded dragon a bigger one. And he's calmed down with the bigger enclosure with all kinds of stuff in it, like I call it his skyway, like ropes and stuff all tied to the ceiling that he just runs around. And he's really just so sweet. And I went over last night, and I usually like sprinkle oats on the top of his cage, and he goes up on there and like tries to pull him down. Like it's like a enrichment type of thing that he likes. A little foraging thing. So I usually do that, and something just told me, like, I don't know, I put some oats in my hand, and just a couple, and put my hand in there, and in like seconds, I mean, he runs away, and it was impossible to get him near me when I moved him into the bigger tank. I had to trap him in a slipper, but yeah, he just checking for bears. He just took a couple seconds and hopped into my hand and ate the oats, and then did little circle zoomies in my hand and cuddled, and then would just like dart around and then weave in and out of my hand, and then like got so excited, like there was just this burst of excitement coming from him, and just running around doing circles, weaving in and out and all around and blah, blah. And then when I take my hand out, I went to go get him a piece of strawberry, because I was like, oh my God. And I just found myself during this so present with him, and I feel like my heart chakra is opening the last few days, and maybe that's what's going on, but it's he's excited when I go near the cage now. He goes crazy, and he just, I mean, I had my hand in that tank for over an hour because he didn't want me to walk away. And he would jump at the top and try and be like, I'm like, oh my God, that's, and I just couldn't, like, after the after feeling was like, I feel awful that I didn't try every single day. And how much love I could have given him. If I'd known. And I apologized to him telepathically and verbally the best I could, and making pretty long eye contact. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, something changed, and during that 2 weeks I wasn't here, I missed that little mouse so much. But yeah, that's one part of the difficulty in the spiritual process. That was the one part I had really hard time with the first time I went through this, and it was the empathy and feeling other people's feelings like they're mine. And over time, yeah, that becomes like, you kind of learn how to, I mean, if you keep it there, if you keep that empathy there, but you can still learn tools to protect your own energy and everything. I don't know. I'll get there, but whew, yeah, it's a lot. No. And not getting out here has been really, today is just kind of one of those days, you know, that you're not sure how you feel. Like, just not really confused, but just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's like I never fully woke up today, or maybe it's burnout, or I don't know. But like, I mean, of course the brain can't have optimal function every single day. And things are weird like that. This is so cool. I don't know how to get back here. I really... Like, the first thing I did coming out here, the only thing I remembered was how to get to that damn toilet. But I never found the toilet, and I found it now, but I just went some weird way. But yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll find my way back here. I'll leave like breadcrumbs or something. This is great. I'm excited, but it's cold. It's problem is, like, I can deal with like 30-degree weather. It's been windy. That's too much. It's like my eyes are cold. As soon as I walk outside, I'm like, oh, like I can't keep my eyes open. They're like drooling. My eyes are drooling. Yeah, you know what I mean. Watering, crying. Crazy. Okay. Well, wild. The house that I did see over there, though, had like guns and like big guns and like tin things. Yeah, like target practice. I hear that all the time. I hate it. Makes my dog freak out. And I am going to find the way back here by trying to find my way back from the toilet. It's funny. There's like a beer can on the branch. Like, oh, okay. And I've been like Alice in Wonderland following these rabbit prints because I kind of like went over a like swampy area, like ice covered water, and the only way to get around it was by following the rabbit prints. Cute. Behold! And the black cherry seltzer toilet paper roll. All right. Honestly, though, that's not even where I remember it. Someone freaking moved it, I swear. That isn't right. Someone moved it. This is a prank. I feel like these woods are different every time I walk through them. It's really sketchy. It's like, well, I used to be a horror movie fanatic, so I don't until I realized that it's really bad for your mental health. But what is it? Oh my god! Shoot, it's gonna bother me now. feel like the opposite way is the way that's right. Or that. No, this is just too weird to me. It's like there's footprints in the snow and they are not fine. I actually have no idea where the hell I am. And this is the first time I've actually been freaked out. And I have a hard time going back from where I came from because I tiptoed over a swamp. These are not human footprints. These are like giant animal footprints. Okay. Well, that's better. Oh my god. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And some of these little rabbit prints, you can see the little tiny, oh my god, I hope you can see that. I can't just switch it. Okay. You can see the little toes. Little toes. Well, I suppose I will go back that way. I don't like that though. I have the worst sense of direction. That does not help this situation at all. I want to say I'm facing east, but I don't. Oh my god. That means you know what? No. I think I'm right. If I'm not, well, then I'm screwed. That's it? What? So, I have come this way so many times. Like, the house is right there. Wow, that's amazing. I'm never gonna get freaked out by getting lost again, because it's always like an obvious thing. The only hell is within ourselves. Remember that? Well, I'm actually home now. So, I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. And hey, if you like anything on here, I know it's pretty diverse. Like, subscribe. I feel so weird saying that. Okay.